more than 2 years of gang violence, deadly clashes, and brutal kidnappings in Haiti, international troops now being called to intervene.
13 votes in favor. The draft resolution has been adopted.
Tonight, the United Nations voting to send military force to stabilize the country. Gangs currently controlling over 80% of the country's capital, Port-au-Prince, according to the UN, who has called the status quo a catastrophic spiral of violence. The vote allowing for a non-UN force to provide support to Haiti's national police for at least a year in hopes of regaining control of critical infrastructure like the airport, ports, and roads. The African country of Kenya willing to lead the charge.
We'll also be training the Haiti police so that they can have their numbers, so that we go, we finish our mission, we come back, we leave them with a stable country.
The Kenyans now have the authorization that they needed to collect this posse, if you will, and put them all together and start to form the force that will go forward and conduct business in Haiti. So it's the green light that they've needed.
The vote comes a year after the country called on the UN for help. Since then, the Security Council has imposed sanctions on some of the most powerful gang members, including Jimmy Barbecue Cherizé, who last month set the streets of the capital on fire, calling for the ouster of the current Prime Minister Ariel Henry. Gang members holding weapons at the ready, some keeping their faces covered, though their gang leader says they have nothing to hide. But it's the Haitian people who are paying the price. More than 2,500 have been murdered by gangs this year, according to the UN, while nearly 1,000 have been kidnapped.
We're at a point now where it's just going to have to start over again, to rebuild a police force, to rebuild civil society.
The recent surge in violence pushing tens of thousands to the Dominican Republic, forcing the neighboring country to shut down its border with Haiti on Friday. The bloodshed, now an undeniable cry for help from the international community.
The Haitian government, the US, and the UN Secretary General have been pushing for an international deployment to Haiti for almost a year. But it was only at the end of July that the US found a country willing to lead the mission, Kenya. This vote was the next procedural hurdle.
The draft resolution has been adopted.
Both Russia and China abstained, but didn't veto the resolution. They had questioned the wisdom of authorizing an international force without first settling on its rules of engagement.
Haiti contains a lot of history of irresponsible foreign interference. That is what gave rise to the downward spiral that Haitians have not been able to overcome for years.
They also insisted on a more comprehensive arms embargo on Haiti. At the moment, a large proportion of the gang's weapons are being smuggled in from South Florida.
We explicitly request all countries take all steps to cut off at their sources the channel through which Haitian gangs obtain small arms, light weapons, and ammunition.
This is not a United Nations peacekeeping mission. Its last stabilization force left in 2017, having been accused of widespread sexual abuse and sparking a cholera outbreak that killed some 10,000 people. That record appeared to be on the mind of the US representative at the Security Council.
Importantly, this resolution recognizes the need to learn lessons from past missions and calls for safeguards to promote respect for human rights and accountability.
Kenya will now have the legitimacy of a UN Security Council mandate as it attempts to augment its proposed force of 1,000 police officers with those from other nations and overcome objections at home and abroad about the mission, not least as a result of the poor human rights record of the Kenyan police force itself. Residents of Port-au-Prince expressed mixed feelings about another international force.
The force will not be able to dislodge the gangs because they're hiding in every corner unless they destroy the houses to chase the bandits away.
I would like the multinational forces to come and make things better for the Haitian people because we're tired.
The MSS, as it's called, is currently authorized for 1 year and will be reviewed after 9 months. Kenya's foreign minister says he expects boots to be on the ground by next January.